the SFL, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are in downtown Montreal, Canada, where the SFL trophy will reside for the next year because our friend Jason Maurer won it this year. Yeah, I just want to introduce Jason, the new champion. Congratulations, Jason.
Congratulations,
Jason. Is here with us also. We came up from New England this morning on a very wet day, but glad to be here in Canada. So the first thing we want to talk about is the winners of all the awards for the year, besides the Philip J. Kearns Trophy. The first award, Brian, do you have these? And is this order okay?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay. The first award that we have is for the second half winner of the season. And this is the Glenn Higgins Memorial Award. Glenn was a friend of Mark, my brother Mark, and his wife Sandy up in Maine, and he was also an SFL participant, and we named this award for him. Brian, who was the winner of the second half of 2015?
Well, actually, there was a tie. However, because we're going with a theme that the SFL was dominated by Canada and particularly the Maurer family, the tiebreaker did go to JBM, John Maurer, Jason's father, and Alex Maurer's father also, of course. And Alex is the link into the league through our niece, Becky Davidson, through Louise. I know that's a long trail, but so Jason comes to us through his brother Alex, and JBM, John Maurer, with a wonderful second half of 67-44. So that was 23 games above 500. I'm just going to go a little bit further with this story, Stephen, to say that John came from as far back as 37th place in the first half. He was 4 games under 500. JBM is the symbol of never being out of it. He came all the way back from 18 games back, and he ended up in 6th place. So that's the way to stay with it, and he just kept crawling back.
The other thing about John is I just wanted to point out that we actually brought the trophy in last night in Medford to show John and Ann and the rest of the family. John would not touch the trophy. He said, "I'll touch the trophy when I win it." And that's the kind of spirit we like in the SFL. I just wanted to...
That's right.
No.
And also, we're going to be releasing pictures of Freddie Davidson Maurer being taken a picture with the trophy.
So, all right, so congratulations, John JBM, for your second half victory. Excellent work. And the next award is for the first half of the season. And of course, Jason had to win at least one of those in order to be the winner, and he did win the first half. And Commissioner Chu, why don't you explain Jason's kind of funny first and second half, because he had quite a little bit of difference.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, last night, we didn't tell this to Jason earlier, but John was telling us that he thought that Jason led what we call wire-to-wire, W2W. And but we went through the stats this morning, and he was caught for a couple of weeks by John G.
No,
Joe G. I'm sorry, Joe G. Not John G. And so he was in second place for a couple of weeks, gained it back in time to win the first half. His first half stats were amazing, 66-34. That's 32 games over 500. And that's only a half of the season.
He should have been in Vegas for that time.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2/3 of the game. 2/3 of the game he had right. That's an amazing record. We didn't go back to the stats, but we're assuming that was the best ever. If he had kept that pace, he would have outstretched any winner. So that was an amazing start. The interesting thing is he fell off. He had an under 500 record in the second half.
Lucky to win.
But because, and he saw them, it's like a race where the runner in front is like gassed out and the other guy's gaining on him. Unfortunately, the finish line came before the other guy did. But he won. And so, again, the tale of two halves in another direction, but he held on.
All right, so congratulations on the second and on the first half
Thank
win.
you.
I got you to get to the final award. The next award is for the Mary H. Kearns Award, and of course that's for our mother, and who raised us and the rest of us, and she has to be recognized. And that is for the best pro football record for the 2015 season. Who won that, Commissioner?
Your son Devin. And Devin was this just his second year in the
I
league?
think so, second, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so he had a great record, 71-45 in pro overall. So with a 6.12 average there. So that was great, and he beat out JBM and Jason.
Wow.
So they were right behind him, so JBM was the Canadians seem to know their pro football better than their college.
And the next award is the award for the best college record. It's the Lawrence M. Kearns Award, and Lawrence M. Kearns is our father, and so we're recognizing him, and he is the one, this is for the record for the best college record. Who is that this year, Commissioner?
Well, he's making a liar out of me, because Joe Mauer, Joe M., wins the college.
A Canadian.
The Canadian.
Needs to be said.
That's right. Another Canadian, another Mauer. So they leave it up. They parse out the stuff. So JBM gets pro, who won pro? Oh, Devin, but JBM and Jason behind. But yeah, and then Joe M took the college. So again, another Mauer win in the college ranks. So we'll have to get Joe M up here sometime and find out. Because Jason was telling us that college is harder to keep track of because there's just so many of them in the United States, and you got to really follow that more closely. And yet you came in
Ninth there?
oh yeah, ninth place. Wow, see,
So he knows where he's.
yeah. And you were 13 games over 500, so
Did well.
that's pretty respectable.
Yeah.
So all right,
He's got a method.
yeah,
He's got a method.
he's not revealing it to us.
The next award, also won by Jason, which is the Chris Ewell Rookie of the Year Award. Just for those who don't know Chris was a friend of Sean's from USC who worked for the Baltimore Sun. He passed away a number of years ago. We wanted to recognize him and in our awards. And so he was somebody who was in the SFL for many years, and he was Brian called him the conscience of the SFL, was very astute, and many of the comments he made on our banter back and forth. So Jason, congratulations on another award. He's the second rookie to win the SFL championship. The first one being Nick a couple of years ago, and Nick still has the best record overall. That still stands.
And Jason was well on his way to passing that, but
Had a rough second half.
That first half got to my head. I thought I could just cruise through the second half, but it didn't happen. I got too confident.
So now is the time, ladies and gentlemen, for the trophy presentation. Commissioner Chu. Jason, on behalf of the commissioners of the SFL, I'd like to present you with a trophy for being the champion of the SFL this year. Excellent job.
good one.
All right.
We'll put it right here.
And
So I don't know how much of this will get on my camera here.
it's okay.
I'm telling you, I'll tell you.
So now, the final award, of course, is the Brian L. Kearns Futility Award. And that is, Brian, if you want to explain the award and who the recipient is for this year.
Well, typically the recipient goes to the person who never misses a pick. So they're trying hard, but they have the worst record in the league. And I have to say, this year I kept going up and up and up, and the ones at the bottom had at least a couple of missed picks. So I decided to go with the person who deserves it most anyway. And that, of course, we all know would be John G. And emblematic of John G missing so many picks is that he lobbied hard over the last couple of years to have the Army-Navy game become a regular installation in the picks. And I resisted it not on the basis of patriotism, but because it was the only game played in that week that and it threw everything off. So this year I made it the first game of the bowl games. And what do you know? John G did not make the pick. So that's so emblematic of being futile in this effort that he wins, John, the Brian L. Kearns Utility Award. Congratulations, John.
So, Jason, I just wanted to know if you wanted to share with the SFL audience out there any of your skills, any tips that you might have for the folks out there?
Well, just follow your heart. For the college games, don't pay too much attention to what's online, what's out there. Just go with your gut, follow it. The pros, I actually follow pro football more than I follow college football.
So you have a little
And
more
that's
insight.
I just sort of watch the games and get a feel for the teams and make my picks the following week and avoid the punditry that goes on during the whole week.
I think that's wise, yeah, because the pundits, as we know, are not correct most of the time.
Oh, I think a good thing that you said to us was, he said the weeks in which he did the most research were his poorest weeks. So sometimes over-analysis.
Analysis, yeah.
Analysis paralysis.
All right, that wraps it up, ladies and gentlemen. Another year of the SFL. Congratulations again, Jason, for a terrific year, and look forward to 2016. So who's going to win this next year?
Welcome the Canadians to the SFL, and take good care of it.
All right, thank you.
See you, folks. Have a good season.